Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hypermine Vanilla Season 3. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. We're over here at the iron farm like usual. So last time we were together, we left a little bit undone, and we're going to finish that up today. We need the iron block bulk crafting area to be done. We also need the trash can to be done. So let's get started on that, shall we? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be finishing up the main part of the iron farm redstone mechanics this afternoon. And I'm over here at the former site of the temporary iron ingot storage. And I'm not facing towards the iron farm because much work has been done and I want it to be a secret, or not secret, but a grand reveal. So can you see anything? No, of course you can't. Let's come around away from F5, bring back the F1, and I'll put back on all my stuff. You can see some of the stuff that's in my inventory there. And then let's go like so. What do you think? I have started putting a wall around this thing. We're going to be building a castle around spawn, and that's going to involve, well, a decent amount of architecture. So what we're doing here is just putting some stone brick. Very simple. We're going to get that started around the whole thing, and then we'll work some details in as we go. I might show you some of the plans for that a little bit later, but for now, let's go inside here and we'll take a look at what we need to be doing. I've done some rearranging as well. You can't quite see it up here, but we don't need to go into that quite yet, or maybe even at all. So last time we were together, we got all of the sorting done all the way around for each of these items that's along the wall. And there's been a bit of confusion. It's not for my storage. This is going to be community farms that are around spawn. They're all going to filter into here, or into an item elevator, specifically that item elevator right there. And yeah, so that's our long-term to-do list. So we've got plenty of projects to do here at spawn. We're going to be wrapping it all in a castle motif. So the main thing that we need to do today is that we've got all this bulk iron collection here. Where are we up to? Actually, I think this column right here. And let's see. Okay, so we're full up to right there. And there's some extra space up top that we'll need to fill in before it starts on down to this chest here. And the ones that you see in place are from our original sorting. So down here, what I want to do is have an area where you can just knock out one of these chests with an axe or something. And you've only got one spot, say, in your main hotbar available. And what's going to happen is all the ingots will go into there, and then you can just come down to this crafting bench and just hit the number key. So in my case, that's the 6. And so I would just hit 6. That would put a stack of iron ingots there, and 6 all the way around. And that would easily make some iron blocks. And then what the idea is, so we put the iron blocks here in this trap chest, and then that will go into an automatic item distributor. It's going to go to the item elevator, which is roughly in line. I think it's down here, somewhere around here. We'll see it in just a moment. But what I need to do is maybe go over to my creative testing world so I can show you a couple of things that have come up over the course of showing all of the things going on here. So let's go take a look at some of that real quick. Welcome to my creative testing world. I don't show this off too often. I've occasionally provided world downloads, and I haven't provided one of those in a while, mainly because we've had secret things going on over here, and there might be some secret things around here, but you don't know what they are. So you might be able to see, if you have been around the channel for some time, you will see some things that look familiar, but for the most part, we're not concerned with any of those. We are concerned with these two things right here. Okay, so I've had questions in the past, and I tried doing this couple of episodes ago tried doing one of these comparator clocks on camera. It didn't work out too well because I'm not used to doing them like this, because I'm used to doing them like this. So I came over here, tested it out, and set up an example for you. So what we've got here is the bog standard comparator clock. Okay, so you take your dropper, okay, and you pull a comparator signal off of that, put a redstone repeater on it, and then circle that back around. And you can just put a block right into this and then run some more redstone up over top. And okay, so there we go, right? But you notice that it's not looping, right? Let's bring up the F3 screen and let's take a look at why. So out of this particular dropper, we've got what is being read as a 15 signal, or a redstone strength of 15 coming out of this comparator. That's what the comparator does. It turns tile entities or containers into redstone strength, and it helps you compare different redstone strengths. And then what we're going to be doing, so we've got 15 coming into the back of the comparator, we're going to send that out, and we've got 15 going into this repeater and 15 coming out. So you can take a look at the F3 screen. Hopefully I am capturing my mouse. You can see right here, power 15. You see that? When we go around, that drops by 1 for every line or every additional piece of dust. So we're down to 14, 13, 12. Okay? Well, what a comparator is going to do is it's going to compare a redstone strength coming into the side, or redstone signal coming into the side, with the one coming into the back. If you're on subtract mode, you take the back and subtract the one coming in from the side. So we've got 15 here and we got 12 here. 15 minus 12 is 3. So that's going to go into this repeater. And what are we going to get? We're not actually going to get a differential. So we're going to continue getting a signal out of here. So if this dropper happens to be completely full, then you are going to lock up your clock. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use this particular design. So if you were wondering, and there have been some questions, there's over the course of the channel, occasionally I'll get that question, but I wanted to explain it right there. If we come over here, let's take a look. This thing is full. Notice that all slots are filled with a stack of items each. So we read the signal, increase the strength, and then we run that into a comparator, and then what we're going to get is, for sure, we're going to get a differential. So it keeps flashing between 15 and 2, 15 and 2. So there we go. And so we can use this loop, this guaranteed loop, and then we can make this dropper go. So if you're wondering why, there we go. So that's why it is one extra comparator. It's a little bit extra expensive. That's fine. It's not that hard for me to go find glowstone. But let's head back and we'll get the rest of the iron block crafting done. All right. All right. Well, hopefully you have an idea of why I use 2 comparators per each of these dropper comparator clocks, and hopefully that came through. And anyway, so we've got a lot of those around here. So all of the overflow for each of these sorters, it's using that 2 comparator design. Also, our trash can's going to use it, and then our iron block crafting is going to use it as well. And I've already taken care of all of that for the iron block crafting off camera. So let's take a look at what we've got. Come down here. You see I've got it fairly well laid out, and we're going to just come in and close it up, and hopefully it works a treat. So what we've got is, well, how many? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trap chests, each going into this dropper. And then let's see if we can get over to one of these. Yeah, there we go. And you can see the design that we've got. It's a little bit different than I was using elsewhere in this farm. Instead of using a repeater to go into this block that's sitting beside the dropper, this one right here. So no repeater right there. We're just taking this redstone dust all the way up across this block. It's going to power that block, which in turn will cause the dropper to eject an item. And what that's going to do, it's going to be a little bit faster because it doesn't have the 1 tick delay from the extra repeater. So this will go pretty quick. It's going to empty out that trap chest fairly quickly, and dump it all into what's going to be a water stream right here. Did I bring everything I needed? No, I did not. So we may have to go back and get a little bit extra here. But that's fine, that's fine. In particular, we're going to need a slab. So let's see if we've got, no, we don't have any of that. So sorry for that. Let's go take a look at the rearranging that I've done back here. And we'll go up this ladder, go across here. It's a little bit annoying to get around, but it means that I've been able to move all of my chests, get them a little bit more ordered. I've started digging back the dirt, also the grass, because we are going to be turning this all into a mega taiga as well. And that's to help potential passive mob farms elsewhere on the server. What do I need? I need some of that. Okay. And you can see I've got a decent amount of storage here, and that's all just kind of ordered there. The reason why I'm not continuing the storage right here is because eventually we're going to have a door, and this is the main entrance right here. So that hallway that I run down all the time, it's right below here. So we want to make sure that we leave enough space around there for potential redstone mechanics in the future, so I don't have to move that chest again, or the set of chests again. We may end up having to move it. It's going to be fine if we do, but I'd prefer not to. So what we're going to do is come along here. We'll put some nether brick in place, and then we'll put a piece of ice right there, break it, and that's going to flow over to this sign. Then we'll put some water streams going that way, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But again, just to give you a view of what's going on, we pull a comparator signal off of this dropper. If anything goes in there, then we're going to have a signal coming out. We we increase the signal strength to full of 15, put that into the back of a comparator. We're going to run around. All these comparators are in subtract mode, and this is going to do a loop, and then we're going to use that loop to come back and just run that dropper so we can empty out all of the iron blocks. That's what we're going to be throwing in there. And if you happen to want to throw anything in to the system that is sortable, that you can see up there, if you get some extra redstone or glowstone or something, or some ender pearls, you just chuck them into here and they'll go into the item sorter eventually. So that's what we're working with. What I'm going to do is kind of finish this off here. Can we get to that part right there? Is that the right spot? Yeah, that's the right spot. And no problem right there. We'll just come back through, bring in the nether brick, and really I should be filling in all the way like that, and we got one more, and we'll put in a slab right there, and then we'll put another piece of ice right there. And before we knock it out or let the light get to it, we'll just do that. Okay, and Bob's your uncle. We've got an item stream, and then we'll put another piece of ice right here. Let that flow. And what's going to happen is that all of this is flowing to this rather scary dark hole all the way down close to bedrock. And I may take you down there just to show you what's going on and see where it connects up. But let's put a slab there, and we've got plenty of light all along it here. Let's get rid of the ender pearls. Put another piece of ice right there. Is that going to get us to the end? Not quite. We'll put a slab right there, and then another piece of ice right there, and that should be good. Let's see. Let me grab some iron blocks from up here, and we'll give it a test run. So I have moved all the iron blocks over, and everything I got out of the temporary storage I threw into, or made into iron blocks. So we should be seeing that go down, okay, and then we'll see if it ends up, hopefully it does. We'll see if we can see it through here. There's iron ingots coming from the golems. It might take a little bit for it to flow through the system. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, iron ingots. A little bit more. Iron ingots. Okay, iron blocks. It does have a long way to travel. Hopefully it's not getting stuck. This could be a little spoon moment. Oh, that doesn't look like an iron ingot. There we go. Okay, so it is going up the item elevator and hopefully goes into the sorter. Maybe I should have checked that. But let's go down this place here and you can kind of see what's going on. All right, and well, I'm kind of stuck, but I've got some silk touch, or a silk touch pick here. That's fine. Picked up some iron ingots while I was at it, and what we'll do is just put the glass back there, and here we go. We're almost at bedrock. You can see it right down there, but this is where the iron golems are killed, right behind there. And then all the iron goes into this system, goes up the item elevator, and there we go. So that's a full round trip on that one. And now what I need to do is go back upstairs. I'm going to show you the trash can, okay? So back in a bit. All right, I have failed to mention it, but we are currently on the server with Lapis Lazuli and Ironface 077. I'm not familiar with Ironface 077, but he was a previous member of Hypermine and has rejoined and is back playing. So do go check out the Hypermine subreddit for all the relevant links to Twitch channels and YouTube channels and all that fun stuff, Beam channels, various social media. So go check that out and you can be up to date with everything going on the Hypermine server. So what we're going to do right now is you can see a little bit of what's going on with the trash can. I went ahead and built this off camera because it's pretty much the same as you have seen over and over again. So we've got one of these dropper comparator clocks to the two comparator design. What's going to happen is every time we get something into that chest, it's going to flow into this dropper and then eventually get shot out onto cactus. Now, the reason I put the cactus there is because it also happens to line up with our overflow up there from our all our extra items. And I think, does that look like? Yeah, that's water. Okay, so I did have it blocked off, but I think I've gotten that set back up correctly. So let's just give a quick test. We can throw away some iron. That's perfectly fine. But let's just chuck it in there. And I used a trap chest because just in case while you are attempting to throw away stuff, you think better of it. Maybe you accidentally put a sword in. Well, the trap chest is going to keep the item there until you close it. So that gives you a little bit extra time, but do beware. So any fellow hyperminers that are going to be using the trash can, just be careful. Can we? Oh no, there's a torch there. Let's close this up, and that should provide enough coverage. Okay. All right, and well, that's going to be it for this. We can pretty much call the iron farm mechanics done, which means we're going to be getting into the aesthetics a little more and more. And I'm going to be doing a lot of that off camera, just kind of working that out. But I think what we need to do is perhaps go back to my creative testing world just to give you a sneak peek of some of the design that I'm thinking of on for this overall area. Okay, so let's go back to the testing world and we'll close out the episode there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you get two visits to Soap's creative testing world. You can see we've got a replica of the Hypermine iron farm right there. Roughly, you can see the outside of the design. You can see some of the redstone mechanics there too. You can see my house, my Tudor revival house right there. A couple of versions of it while I was trying to work out the details. And if we come over here, you can see something coming into view. We've got a rather monolithic stone brick wall right here with a little bit of design that I'm working out on it right here. What I wanted to do is just bring you in for a little bit of the design process. I'm not continuing it all the way over there, but you can see kind of what I'm thinking. So that stone brick just by itself, we can't have that. It's too boring. There's no visual interest. There's nothing to really draw the eye or provide anything to really latch onto. So I wanted to provide a little bit of detail, a little bit of structure or additional structure to it to kind of guide the eye around it. And I think I'm liking this, but it's not really a castle feel. So anyway, I wanted to give you, an idea. Maybe you can take a look at this, pause the video, maybe replicate it in your own creative testing world. If you want to take a stab at providing some designs that are going to be on a castle. So we're working on the main, we'll probably say the castle keep wall. We're going to have a wall around the whole area there at Hypermine Spawn, but this will be the castle keep. It's going to go around the iron farm, the proper iron farm area. And yeah, so I don't know, I kind of like it, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fit. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you have. There are a lot of good builders that watch this, and I'd love to get some more opinions on this. So do let me know. But hopefully you have enjoyed this particular episode. There wasn't a lot of building on camera, but we ran out of time last episode on the iron farm. I wanted to get that done, so we've got that done. It's available to be used by the fellow Hyperminers. So there we go. And give you a little bit of a sneak peek into some of the stuff that's coming. We might work on this on live streams. We might be getting back into that. Who knows? If we can get some more videos kind of batch recorded, then we could probably bring live streaming back. But no promises. Just watch the channel, watch Twitter, and you'll see the notifications. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, think about subscribing so you are up to date with everything going on the channel. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.